Hey, we are live. If you've been paying attention for a while, let me make sure. Let me make sure the mic is working. Yes. Okay, great. Hopefully it's not working too much. Let's go like this. Okay. Okay, great. So we're live. If you've been paying attention for the last week, or if you're on the email list, which you can get on at radicalundoing.com, I'm Garrett Dunn, the Radical Undoing Guy. I help people convert stress into power and permanent presence using simple body movements, basic adventures out in the world, cognitive experiments, and really easy, simple to understand. Let's put it that way. Simple to understand paradigm shifts that are unbreakable. You can't go back to your old ways once you go through this training. So I'm that guy. I create that stuff. And this week I'm kind of excited because I'm launching the Radical Undoing Permanent Presence Intensive. Now, I've done two other 4-week intensive programs in the past. Some of you may be familiar with those: Radical Undoing Intensives Part 1 and Radical Undoing Intensives Part 2. This is something similar, but let's say completely new and different. And the big difference here is because I'm going to work basically with a very small group of 6 individuals. And if you're part of the group, what I'm going to do is create for you a personalized adventure through the 4 weeks of training. So that means a completely customized morning routine designed specifically for you. So if you're a musician, we'll deal with exercises that get you into that flow as a musician. If you're a singer, then we'll work on the breathing and on the specific movements that are going to help unlock your untapped potential as a singer. Or whether you're working a job, we'll help you navigate how to get raises, how to, navigate office politics in a way that helps you rise to the top. Or if you're in business, same kind of thing, handling the stresses and converting them all into presence, which not only makes your life much more peaceful, much more enjoyable, much more fun, you'll also be aware of probably a growing sense of gratitude for everything you have and just the glory of simply existing at all. And then from there, everything else that you want to do gets easier. So we just remove roadblocks along the way. But what's different about this one is it's not one size fits all, which I still stand behind. The other programs, they're outstanding. Hundreds of people have gone through them and gotten amazing results. But this time I want to experiment and kind of make it back to the old school when I used to work with people one-on-one and custom craft your adventure through the intensive. And then we'll meet a couple times a week to help, fine tune anything along the way. So I'm going to read you a little bit what I wrote today about that program. So doors to the Radical Undoing Permanent Presence Intensive are now open. If you'd like to be one of 6 bold adventurers to work personally with me to convert your stress and tension into a permanent state of presence, so you can nail a big presentation at work or for your business or making videos without your heart racing or your mind going blank, and what to do if that happens. Finally, ask out a man or woman that you've been looking at, but without your inner critic talking you out of it, getting in your way. Have a genuine conversation with your wife or husband without checking your phone every 5 minutes. We're going to help repair broken attention spans and give you back the power and focus of your attention. Sit down to write that novel or business plan you've been putting off and actually follow through with it. Like my old client Ian, who wrote an entire screenplay in just over 2 weeks. And it was a really good screenplay, by the way. Fall asleep within minutes of hitting the pillow instead of rehashing the day's events for hours in your mind. Genuinely enjoy your kids' soccer games or your family's events rather than secretly wishing you were somewhere else. Handle your boss or your family throwing temper tantrums or a last-minute project at you on Friday afternoon without losing your cool. Saying no to an extra slice of cake or a glass of wine or a glass of beer because you're not trying to numb yourself anymore. Wake up without lingering back pain for the first time in years because you're finally throwing the world off your shoulders. Make a big career change or move to a new city or a new town or a new house that you've been dreaming about for years, guided by your gut and by your body instead of your fears. So I'll help you break free from the mental prison that's keeping you trapped in your head and disconnected from reality. And I just wanted to share a couple real experiences from people who have been through this work. Nate came to me many years ago with crippling anxiety, stuck in a retail job that he hated. And after about a month or two of daily practice, his whole life started to shift. Now, at first, that made him kind of upset and angry, thinking like, oh man, what is this work I'm doing? Who's this Garrett guy? What's going on? But then in his words, one day he woke up and he realized the stress had totally left me. It was at this point I thought, holy shit, it's the exercises and the work I've been doing with Garrett. My life has become the adventure, and I was the adventurer, as promised. So he quit the job. He ended up traveling to Bali for his birthday and kind of reoriented his whole life into becoming a pro photographer. And let me tell you, his photos are outstanding, just outstanding. Another client, Scott McNeil, out of Texas, he found that the intensive brought a sense of wonder back to his everyday life. He described it as, and I love this, non-causal happiness and joy. Happiness just for the fuck of it. And his work and family life suddenly became more enjoyable, and he started looking forward to everything again. Now, that's what permanent presence feels like, being fully connected to your body and the world around you, free from the constant chatter of your mind and the vagaries of circumstances. So here's the deal. We've got 6 spots available. When they're gone, that's it. As I said, I'm capping it at 6 because I'll be customizing the 4-week intensive for your specific situation, all the way from a simple morning routine through the daily adventures and exercises, all the way to the simple evening routine and the full body undoing sessions. So we're going to deal with your situation exactly as it is. So that means a lot of personal attention. So I can't do that with more than like 6 people at a time. Now keep in mind that this training is unlike anything else I've ever designed, since I'll be personally tailoring everything to fit in the fabric of your daily life, not one size fits all. And here's just an aerial view of how the intensive will go. This is just a framework, some milestones that you'll reach along the way. Week 1, we call 100% juice. And this week will be all about getting your bearings for the journey ahead. And we'll create your personalized adventure based on your deepest goals, available time, and current struggles, aiming to give you big wins as quickly as possible. Excuse me. Week 2, coming home to the body. The body lives in a state of permanent presence, but the mind gets hijacked. So this will be where you learn exactly how to bring it back home over and over and over throughout the day, no matter how many times you get lost into overthinking. Week 3, we're going to learn dodging the mental hazards of overthinking, overreaction, and manufactured suffering. So this is where you'll start seeing outside the hell of the mind and become aware of your true identity outside all the thoughts and ideas. Week 4, navigating life from permanent presence instead of quiet desperation and mediocrity. So this will be where you go out into the world and test your new insights, your new awareness, and your new presence. So if you're ready to stop living in your head and start living in the present, let's talk. So I opened up my schedule to do a short call with you to make sure you're ready for the permanent presence intensive. Now, as a bonus, regardless of whether you're accepted into the training or not, I will give you a simple personalized morning routine so you can stop overthinking and nudge yourself back into presence. And that's available this week only. So for anybody who books a call, I'll give you the exact next steps and exercises you can use right away for a new morning routine. And then if you're accepted into the intensive, I'll give you all the details from there. And for anyone wondering, this one's a bit less than half the price of the previous intensives. And I want to do that because I'd like to create case studies with each person, get amazing results, and then I'm going to be raising that price up to double the other intensives. But anyway, so this is really, really cost-effective way to get involved with the radical undoing work and get yourself rolling and start converting your stress into permanent presence, which is an ongoing thing that we'll do through the rest of our life. So once you learn these tools, you're going to have them in your back pocket. You can use them whenever you need them. And I know you might be thinking, well, Garrett, this sounds great, but I've got bills to pay, deadlines to meet, and a million other things on my plate. Well, I've been there. But here's the thing, all that stress and all that chronic tension that you're carrying around, it's not going to magically disappear, with a massage or another New Age book. And trust me, I tried ignoring it for years. And it wasn't until I learned to transform that stress into presence that things really started to shift. So this isn't about another New Age book or spiritual system or any of that kind of crap. Not about human design or any of this fucking cookie cutter garbage. No matter, you know, people buy into it because it seems so complex and so fascinating. But trust me, it's also entirely fake. So this isn't about adding another task to your to-do list. It's about changing how you approach every situation in your life from the inside out. And yes, it's going to take work, and it's going to take a fair amount of uncovering the pain and suffering that you've been hiding from for maybe decades, but not going to take you as much work as you're doing staying stuck. That's something mind-blowing about this work, is that you'll start to realize you're making more effort to stay tense and upset than you would need to make to stay relaxed and calm and present. And from there, you're going to open the doors to being able to accomplish what will seem like superhuman things, or things that you just couldn't bring yourself to do before, like starting a YouTube channel, writing a book, writing a screenplay, going deeper with your relationship. Whatever it is you want to do, this meta training is going to help make that a lot easier. Because if you're not present, you're stuck somewhere in your mind. And if you're stuck somewhere in your mind is also manufacturing suffering, catastrophes, fears, desperation, and all that jazz. So if you're ready for a change, I'm here. Let's chat. And my link, it's actually down in the description for this video, but it's go.oncehub.com/Garrett Private. But let me flash it on the screen so you can see it here. Let's try this. There we go. Put that in. So it'll be in the, I don't know if that shows in the comments or live chat. So this is it. You can see it on the screen right there. So if you don't find it in the description, just type that in. Pretty simple link. I believe that's it for now. So remember, whenever you're stressed out, the idea is you need to learn how to convert those stressful moments into presence. And that's what this new training is all about. So I look forward to hearing from you. If you're one of the 6, then I'll be welcoming you into the adventure before the end of the weekend. Oh yeah, and I forgot to put everywhere that this begins on Monday. So this will begin, I believe it's Monday, August. Let's take a look at the calendar real quick. Yeah, so it begins Monday, August 5th. So I need to mention that in the emails too. All right, hope to see you there. If you're one of the illustrious, bold adventurers who makes it in, then I'll be welcoming you on Monday, August 5th into this amazing adventure. Hope to see you there. If you got any questions, just put them in the comments or send me an email, garrett@radicalundoing.com, and I get back to everybody who writes. Talk to you soon. Enjoy.